And it'd be one thing if installing a wig was like $100 to like $75 to $100. But the fact that these people are charging like $200, $300 to tack some glue on my forehead that may not even last me a week is absurd. Hey y'all, my name is Shay and I like to talk. So let's talk. It's been a long time coming. I feel like I haven't said that in so long. It's literally been 2 months since I filmed the video. And I was like, you know what, Shay? You have a day off of work. I literally took this day off just so I can film. And on weekends, I'd be so tired. I literally just be sleeping and being lazy all day. So I was like, I need to do something out the week because throughout the week, regardless if I'm doing nothing or not, I'm productive because it's the middle of the week. I feel like weekends are my lazy days. I do have a reason why I haven't been recording though, because I've really been in writer's block. Sorry, my mom texted me. My life is pretty much boring, so I don't really vlog on a day-to-day. And there's been so much happening in pop culture that is like, I could literally be making videos, but I've just been lazy. There's really no excuse. I've just been lazy in writer's block. Yeah, so today we're doing unpopular opinions. Hold on, y'all. Let me text my mama back before she call me, trying to figure out what I'm doing. And my unpopular opinions are random. They go from one subject to the next. Sometimes about pop culture, sometimes about Black people, sometimes about the hair community, sometimes about trees. There's no theme with these unpopular opinions because they're just random opinions. Let's get started, okay? So the first unpopular opinion I have is Nicki Minaj needs to direct her energy to execs and not the artists. Yes. Coming out the door, boom. And the reason why I add this opinion in here, because I wasn't able to talk about the whole Kiss and Megan Thee Stallion and, you know, Nicki arguing with herself. I didn't really get a chance to do that because, like, the beef was happening. I was in Atlanta and I was living my best life. So, and by the time I got home, I was not thinking about that no more. So I just feel like Nicki has a bigger issue that is not with the artist. She's shooting the messenger when she needs to shoot the sender. You can't just continue to send shots towards people. You can't just continue to, like, you know, like, come for people and, like, disrespect them and, like, sneak diss in all your songs and interviews and all that stuff and expect people not to respond. Like, I just wish you would stop doing that. Like, you had it coming. Like, why are you acting so surprised? Like, I don't know Megan personally, and I just, like, and I'm not sitting here pretending like I do, but as consumers, we can only go off based off what is being presented, right? We can only go off based off of information that is given to us. And that can be also true to the fact that Megan could be sneak dissing her behind the scenes and we don't know. We can only go off based on what she show us. And what she's showing us is this girl likes to have fun, get lit, twerk, and drink. While Nicki Minaj is out here beefing with everybody and their mama. So there's no doubt in my mind that I think Nicki is the problem because Megan doesn't have beef with people. She has beef with men. And everybody knows if you have beef with men, it's either A, they want to F you and they can't, or B, they did have sex with you and they try to attach themselves to you. But that's a whole nother discussion that I don't think the world is ready for. But as I was saying, like, Nicki Minaj has history of having beef with other women. There's no doubt in my mind that she is the problem. And someone brought up this good observation that in her song, she's always referring to Jay-Z and then, like, you know, or Beyonce. You know, Megan is signed to Roc Nation. People saying that, you know, Nicki want to be signed to Roc Nation so bad, especially after Lil Wayne sold her money for like $200 million. I don't know if that's true or not. I could be absolutely categorically false. I'm not here to spread any rumors. I'm just going off base of what I see. Another example, like, she's mad at Lotto because Lotto was under hip hop when she should have been under pop, which I agree with. Nicki had the right message, but she was shooting the messenger and not the sender. She should have been having issues with Grammys, which is who she's been having issues with before. And maybe Lotto inserted herself where she shouldn't have been because it wasn't really a dig, it was just an observation. But the world may never know, but I stick to what I said. I just feel like direct it to who you really mad at. Because I promise you it's not these girls. They just trying to feed their families just like you. On to the next opinion. Monique is a typical toxic parent. I don't know if y'all knew, but she was on Shannon Sharp podcast because Shannon Sharp has turned into Wendy Williams, and she was just pretty much talking about, like, you know, the same thing she's always been saying about, like, Tyler Perry and, you know, which I agree with her on that. Tyler Perry and like Oprah Winfrey, I feel like that whole situation was just odd and crazy, and it really is like insane what she's gone through. But then after that interview, her child was pretty much just saying like she never supported him, and he just like was just never really there for him, and never really, you know, just never really emotionally supportive. Her argument was, oh, I fed you, I gave you housing, like I gave you a home, like all that stuff. Pretending like she wasn't supposed to do that, like that was her child. Like what? Isn't that your job? Isn't that what you're supposed to do with your child? When you give birth, when you have a child, you're supposed to take care of it. I mean, granted, there's people out here who, you know, you can't force people to do anything they really don't want to do, but then don't have kids. You're making it seem like he asked to be here, or like he asked to live with you, or he asked to live in your womb. Like, no, like you had a kid, you're supposed to take care of it. Duh. I appreciate her message that she is talking about, and I do understand that Black actors get paid definitely way less than their white counterparts. But if you can't even address family issues, then like, how are you supposed to expect people to rally behind you when the number one person that should be a priority, like, doesn't even hold you in a high regard? Like, I don't know. But anyway, on to the next opinion. Justin Bieber should have performed with Usher. Bro, I was so disappointed when I saw him in that crowd. Like, where are you? What are you doing? You don't want to make history. You don't want to do that. He may not be mentally, emotionally ready for it. It could be trauma. It could be some, you know, some bad history with his relationship with Usher. We don't really know. Like, because honestly, the whole thing with Diddy, there may have been some trauma with him, and like how like Usher may remind him of his younger days in the industry, and his younger days in the industry may be a little bit traumatic for him. But I feel like they could have really made history that night. Like, they could have really made something shake if he would just put on those purple shoes and a purple hoodie. Like, when I tell you, I was literally waiting in front of my TV, waiting for that man to come out. Just for Lil Jon. Not too much of Lil Jon though. He ate down. But honey, I was waiting for Justin. I was waiting for Drew. I was waiting for somebody to left. Anyway, next opinion. And before I continue, I know some of these opinions probably are not even unpopular. They're probably quite popular. This is pretty much, once again, another opinions of 2024. Anyway, on to the next opinion. Speaking of Super Bowl, I'm tired of the Chiefs and Taylor Swift. Like, I'm tired. Obviously, I'm not mad that Taylor Swift is in her athlete bag. Listen, if I had access to men, I would be in my athlete bag too. She's been in her movie star bag. She's been in her singer, rock star, boy band bag. She's been in all her bags. She's never been in her athlete bag. So I'm not mad that she's in her athlete bag. I'm not mad. I'm just mad that what came with her being in her athlete bag. Honey, the fact that we all literally predicted the Super Bowl tells you everything we need to know. The only thing that would have made this completely out of a Netflix romantic comedy starring Noah Centineo would have been if they would have proposed at the end of the Super Bowl. That would have made the perfect production of just straight up BS. Like, I was honestly expecting a whole proposal. I would have been like, oh, that would have been the cherry on top, honey. But no, and then the whole thing with like Travis Kelce and his ex, and how like she's being attacked for what the world may never know. I love me some Kayla Nicole. I was watching her podcast. She's the actual like sports journalist. And then Taylor Swift fans were mad that she was at the Super Bowl. This is her job. This is probably how her and Travis even met, babe. She's a sports journalist or I don't know. She covers sports. So it's like, why are y'all mad that she at the Super Bowl? And what confuses me about it all is that when it was discovered that they were dating, people decided to attack her. Y'all truly hate Black women. I don't know if they got her confused with the other ex. Now, the other ex that went on, I think, Entertainment Tonight, or she went on some, I don't know, celebrity something. I don't know. She went on something and did an interview basically saying that Travis Kelce was a cheater. Like, babe. Like, what? And I'm not saying she deserved vitriol or attacks, but I could understand, like, not liking her or feeling some way about her because, girl, what? What does this have to even do with you? Like, Taylor Swift is a grown woman. If he's cheating out here, she'll figure it out sooner enough. She's just something like a bitter ex. Like I said, I don't know if they got her confused with her, but the way that Kayla was just attacked by her ex-boyfriend moving on, like that's what couples do when they break up, was so odd to me. Because I'm just so tired of the Chiefs. Like, okay, we get it. Baby boy, he's going to be the next, what's that man's name? Tom Brady. Like, listen, we get it. We get it. When the Eagles come back to the Super Bowl, then y'all let me know. Next popular opinion is pretty much about what's going on like these past couple of days about the royal family and Kate Middleton. Kate Middleton's disappearance is extremely odd. I don't care what no one says. Like, a lot of these royal experts, a lot of people feel like people were blowing things out of proportion and Twitter, social media being social media, and it's just like, it just gotten way out of hand. Which a part of me agrees. Like, I do feel like, y'all, let's be real. Y'all do not care about where that girl was at. Y'all really don't. A lot of people say, so we're concerned. We're just worried about her. Like we just want to know if she's safe. Y'all don't care. Y'all just nosy. So a part of me felt like it did blow out of proportion. Because honestly, for me, I didn't even know baby girl was missing until I went on Twitter. Like, I don't follow the royal family like that. After Meghan and Harry left, I don't know what they got going on the other side of the pond. Like, the reason how I found out that she was missing in action was when I went on Twitter and I saw a thread. You know me, I love a good thread. So I'm gonna read it. Yeah. So when I read the thread, I'm like, okay, y'all, obviously she's MIA. She has surgery. Obviously, she's recovering. But people say they haven't seen her since Christmas. And mind you, I'm reading this in February, and they haven't seen her since Christmas. And I was like, okay. People just feel like the lineup and the timeline and everything just seems pretty odd. But I will say, mind y'all, the day I'm recording this video, yesterday, it was a video of her walking around with William, and like they were at some type of like farm job. And even now, people are saying that that's not her. I'm like, all right, y'all, like, give it a rest. That obviously is her. At least I think, y'all. I don't know. It's just odd because I feel like in that video, she's obviously walking fine. She's wearing tight jeans, which I feel is very odd, being as though you had abdominal surgery and major abdominal surgery, because I feel like it has to be major, right? It had to be in a major abdominal surgery if you were out for almost 3 months. So if you're having major abdominal surgery and you're walking around with these tight pants on, you look healthy, you look happy, but you weren't able to take a picture, a legitimate picture. You had to edit one together. Or you couldn't even do a video, be like, hey, y'all guys, thank you guys for that, your concern. Like, you couldn't do that. It's just not adding up. Granted, they don't owe us anything. And I feel like nobody in the royal family really owes anybody anything. But that's crazy how people are saying that. But when Meghan was going through this and she requested half of this privacy, it was always pushback. Oh, it was always, oh, we own them. Our taxpayer money pay for them. It was always taxpayer money, taxpayer money, taxpayer money. But now that Kate had this major surgery, all of a sudden it's really none of our business. Let her do her own thing. Like, it was very odd. It was very like, I don't know. The odd part to me was not the fact that she was recovering from a surgery and she needed privacy. The odd part to me was that the British media was actually giving it to her. If it was Meghan, the British media probably would have been doing the conspiracy theories and not the internet. That's the part that annoys me. It's like, where was this whole privacy talk when it came to Meghan? On to the next unpopular opinion. Being scared of hood people is anti-Black. Every year, Black people, we find another way, and I made a TikTok about this. Every year, we find another way to separate ourselves. Like last year, I remember it was brown cabinets and white cabinets. Now this year, it's hood people and then the elite Blacks. Like, we always find a way to like separate. Like, I'm not scared of no hood person. You are not scared of a hood person. You are scared of ignorant people. And an ignorant person is not always a hood person, and a hood person is not always ignorant. I feel as though hood people are people who live in the hood. Ghetto people are people who live in the ghetto. Because I posted a video on TikTok. That video I posted on TikTok, I was literally in a bonnet, taking calls at my job, looking busted. That could be considered ghetto, but I have a whole college degree. You're not scared of ghetto or hood people. You're scared of ignorant people. People who don't care about others, who only care about themselves, are not afraid of consequences, or are not afraid of anything. Those are people who you need to be scared of. And that's rightfully so. Like, it's not synonymous, if that makes sense. Hood doesn't equal ignorant. Ignorant doesn't mean hood. And ghetto doesn't mean ignorant. And ignorant doesn't mean ghetto, if that makes sense. So you're not afraid of hood, ghetto people. You're afraid of ignorant Black people. And that is a valid conversation. We have too many eyes on us as it is, as a culture, for us to constantly express how we internally separate each other. Anyway, on to the next opinion. Just because Beyonce does not talk doesn't mean that she is dumb. I feel like I shouldn't have to say this, or this shouldn't have to be an opinion. I'm going to say it anyway because it seems like some of y'all need to hear it. If you think I'm finna dislike Beyonce because she doesn't talk to us, oh babe, you got another thing coming. Especially after the way y'all have spoke about her kids in the past. I wouldn't speak to y'all either. And y'all notice after Blue Ivy was born, she slowly but surely stopped talking to us. And as she should. She was talking to us when Blue Ivy was a newborn, a little baby. When she got older and y'all started talking about Blue Ivy's hair and all that stuff, she slowly but surely stopped talking to us. Okay, so this is the last and final opinion. I feel like I flew by these, but I just feel like I've been thinking about all these topics for so long, so I be knowing what to say and when to say it and how to say it. It is easy to shoot a video when you know what you're gonna say. You know what I mean? But the last topic, I know I'm gonna sound hypocritical, but wigs are going out of style, and I'm so happy. I feel as though, as a community, I feel like it's just time to let these go. But the only reason why I have this wig on right now is for this video. After I shoot this video, I'm going to take this wig off. It's convenient when you have one of those like wigs that's like you can like slide them on, and then when you come home you slide them off, put them on a mannequin. I feel like those are convenient if you like don't have your hair done and you just need something like quick that you can just slide on. I feel like for that, yes, I appreciate wigs 100%. I really appreciate it. But the whole install, the whole lace glue and taking it down, and the ball cap, and these stylists charging $400 to put glue on my forehead. No, like wigs are not meant for long periods of time. And it'd be one thing if installing a wig was like $100 to like $75 to $100. But the fact that these people are charging like $200, $300 to tack some glue on my forehead that may not even last me a week is absurd. I'm not paying anything over $150 if I can't wear it in my hair for at least a month. Like, I'm not doing that. I'm going back to sew-ins. Granted, sew-ins are probably the same price, but they'll last long. You can have a sew-in for 2 to 3 months. These lashes are too bold for me. These are full glamour, honey. Glamour lashes, honey. Honey, take me to David's Bridal, honey. I need me a prom dress, child. That is it for my unpopular opinions. My lashes may look crazy, but makeup turned out pretty decent. I haven't done my makeup in a while, so don't judge. Literally been bumming it out these past 2 months. Not too much on me, okay? So that's literally it for my 8 unpopular opinions. If y'all agree, I can state that in the comments. If y'all disagree, I can also state that in the comments. It's just the internet, y'all. It's never that serious. Try to be more consistent. I really am trying to be more consistent, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your friends. And yeah, y'all. And I hope y'all just keep on keeping on. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Oh my God, look at my legs. Anyway, bye y'all.